Those were her exact words, trembling between honesty and hesitation. "I just need more time, Jake," she whispered, eyes darting away from mine. "I still love you, but I'm not ready to commit." The restaurant around us melted into a blur, soft laughter, the clink of glasses, the faint hum of a song we used to dance to. I watched her twist a napkin between her fingers, that nervous habit she always had when preparing to say something heavy. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I just smiled, a small weary smile that came from somewhere deep inside, from the part of me that had already seen this coming. For months I had felt her slipping. Calls left unanswered. Texts that took hours then days. Plans that constantly got postponed. The warmth in her words slowly replaced by polite distance. I told myself it was stress, work, exhaustion, anything but indifference. Now, hearing her voice, everything clicked. It wasn't that she wasn't ready. She just wasn't ready with me. And that cut deeper than any rejection because I had built my entire world around us. I had imagined mornings together, a home, a family. She had been in every version of my forever. And now she was asking me to wait for a future she might not even want. So I smiled. Not peace, acceptance. Sometimes silence says more than goodbye ever could. I drove home that night with the radio off. The quiet felt heavier than any song could fill. Every red light gave me time to replay her words, her tone. The way her hands trembled when she asked me to wait. Wait for what? To find herself? To decide if I was worth it? Or for someone else to convince her I wasn't? It's strange, the things you notice when love begins to die. She used to reach for my hand crossing the street. Now she crossed first. She used to laugh before finishing her stories. Now she didn't tell them at all. And I kept pretending not to see it because denial was easier than acceptance. When I got home, I sat on the couch staring at the engagement ring I had planned to give her next week. Simple, elegant, perfectly her style. Now it just sat there, a reminder of everything that would never be. I realized then that love shouldn't feel like waiting for permission to matter. It shouldn't feel like begging someone to be sure about you. People say love is patient. Maybe it is, but patience without reciprocity isn't love. It's self-neglect disguised as loyalty. The next morning I sent her a message. Take all the time you need. But don't expect me to stay frozen while you figure out if I'm worth choosing. No anger. No bitterness. Just clarity. Sometimes letting go isn't about giving up. It's about reclaiming the respect someone else forgot to return. Weeks passed. She didn't reply, not at first. I suppose she expected me to chase her, to wait outside her door with flowers, apologies for a mistake I hadn't made. But I didn't. I stopped checking my phone every hour. I stopped rehearsing conversations in my head. I started living again. Funny how peace feels awkward when you've been surviving on uncertainty. I went back to the gym, reconnected with old friends, even started sleeping better. And somewhere in that quiet I realized something. She hadn't broken me. She had freed me. About a month later, her name flashed on my screen. For a second, my heart skipped, not emotion, muscle memory. Her message was long, apologetic, raw. She admitted she hadn't realized what she had, and she just needed time. But time, I'd learned, changes people. It had changed me. I met her for coffee. More for closure than curiosity. She looked the same, maybe a little more tired, but her eyes carried something new, regret. We talked. She cried. I listened. And when she asked if we could start over, I smiled the same way I had that night in the restaurant. I'm glad you figured out what you want, I said. I just don't fit into that picture anymore. She looked down, and for the first time I saw the truth in her eyes. She had lost something that wouldn't come back. As I walked away, I didn't feel victorious. Just light. Because closure isn't revenge. It's peace.